Passion, anything that intrigues you, that would challenge you, that would motivate you, all at the same time. Challenge, motivation, and intrigues you all at the same time. Challenge is that thing that you would wake up being excited about, even if you weren't getting paid for it. If money was not an object, money wasn't an issue, you would wake up daily and like, yo, I can do this every day. I mean, you're like, I mean, this, you'll be like, man, this is dope. I get a chance to do this. You can't wait. You're dreaming. You're thinking about it. That is true passion. That is something that's inside of you. Like, you're like, man, I gotta do something about this. Man, I want to do this, and I want to move forward and move towards doing it. Passion can grab you a couple ways, and I just want to go through these. It can grab you a couple ways. You can see or experience something that hurts you, and you must do something about it. This is typically where ministries and programs are developed. It's like, man, you see something, you're riding up the block and you see something, and you're like, yo, I got to do something about that. Or you might even think it's you at the time. You might say, like, somebody needs to do something like about that. That may be passion, or maybe you experienced something when you were younger, and that's driving you. It can be good or bad, but it's driving you, and like, man, I got to do something because this had an impact on my life. And now that impact is growing and planted a seed, and now that thing is begging to give birth. And that's through your passion, and you're living out your passion. The other one could be, you see that the world has a need, and you must fulfill it. This is where businesses and service providing comes into play. Forget the idea. I talk to so many entrepreneurs. I mean, I can't even put a number on how many I've consulted over the years. But let's just say that there's literally hundreds of people I've talked to, and half of them were probably, they're so bent on like, man, my passion and this good idea and this kind of thing, but never thought about, is my idea helping the world, or is my idea driven by money? I'm gonna tell you, any good business consultant is gonna tell you that every business must answer a problem. It must resolve a problem. That's passion. That's true passion. That's not money hungry. That is true passion. Like, no, what I'm providing will provide a solution. It is providing a problem. I wake up and thinking about, how do I fix this particular problem? And that's where your services that you provide or your business come into play. There's a quote that I switched around a bit, and it says, your greatest passion often comes from your deepest hurts and your most creative ideas. Your greatest passion often comes from your deepest hurts or your most creative ideas. For me, it was, man, this desire to help young cats. Where it come from is that as a youth, I remember being hurt as a kid. Quite frankly, I was molested, and I felt alone. I felt like, I felt a world of trouble. I felt all the stuff this adult took advantage of me. And then later, I found adults. They weren't, the church. They were people from the street, but they took me in and took care of me. They took care of me. I had adults that really wanted to care. And then I was a dancer and a rapper, you know what I'm saying? And they fed that. They allowed me to have opportunities to go and do that somewhere. So my passion was birthed, and I tried to live that out. And then eventually, once these things, this occupation and this passion, they both clicked, I had an opportunity to do something. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment, and we're going to finish this bad boy off. But what happened is that those bad boys start to turn, that passion turned into this thing, my calling, and I started following my calling, and my passion started to work, and it started to move, and I launched a hip-hop church to reach youth and young adults, and I'm not coming off of that. Why is that? Because it is driven 100% by my passion, 100% about, man, I have to make sure that kids feel safe, youth and young adults feel safe. I got to make sure that they have an avenue, that someone is telling them that you can be anything you want to be as long as you want to go after it and you keep God in the center of it. You feel me? That's why I do what I do. It's the passion. All right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask yourself that if money is not an object, I would do, you fill in the blank. If you weren't getting paid to do it, but all of your bills were taken care of, you will wake up excited to do, you fill in the blank. And I want you to think long and hard about that. You fill in the blank. And now that you've already gone through this process of separating your occupation from your passion, so now you don't feel like you have to make money doing it. Now this is something that you can do. You can give 4 to 5 hours a week, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. 10 to 15 hours a week, and eventually maybe full time. But this is something I want you to think about. I want you to think about this question one more time. Ask yourself, if money was not an object, I would do, and you fill in the blank. This ends our time. Can you believe it? I'm hoping you got something. This has been very meaningful to me personally, and then I've been able to give this to, countless artists, stay-at-home moms, students, business owners, you name it, just to help clarify, man, what is my occupation? And what is my passion? And then make sure that they're not at war against each other, and make sure you don't have some happily ever after type of cuddly dream of these two. If they do meet together at some point, at least you're prepared and you've done the work to figure out the two. My objective for this video is just for you to think about those two critically and have a couple tools to go after them very intentionally. If you would like an opportunity for me to spend some time with you to do some coaching, I would love to do that. There is a fee to it. Just go and we'll make that happen. But if you go to that site, I will do initial consultation with you just to get into get in your mind, to get an understanding of what it is that you're looking to do, and then we'll see what God is up to and we'll move it to the next step. Thank you. God bless you. Talk to you next time. This video is brought to you by Hustle, Pray, Eat, man, where we believe in God designed us to work hard, to seek Him, and take care of ourselves and others.